I clear my chat. I know your chat might not be cleared, or maybe it clears both of the chats. I like to put my chat on the screen when I do story times because I guess I get to see your guys' reaction to the story times. I know one day, one magical day, I'll get trolled and someone will type bullshit and put random dongers and dick pics and shit. But until that day, hopefully, until that day, that magical day comes, yeah, we won't have to do that. Let me clear his mind. Beautiful. Alright, so today I promised that I would do a story time about how my mom passed away. It is day 14th today. We can see here. My mom actually passed away on the 17th of this month. It's not the 14th, but I do my story times on Monday. So I'm doing this, I guess, preemptively before that day actually comes. So, what do we call it? Hey, YouTube. You guys can say hi to YouTube if you want. That'd be awesome. You guys say hi to YouTube. I would prefer no dick pics because I'm about to talk about my mom. I would prefer that you guys not do anything stupid like that. Not talk about whatever the fuck that means. But hey, you guys can talk about whatever you want. I'm just gonna do my own thing. So, where the fuck do I even start? Well, I was sitting. Let me stop. No French press. Basically, let me bring you guys. I used to live in a lovely house. In where fuck it, in Central Islip, New York. I used to not live here near Queens. I didn't grow up here all my life. Queens State, East Coast, swag, none of that bullshit. I actually grew up in a nice home, quiet town, Central Islip, before anything crazy like that happened. That's where I lived. It wasn't a crazy town. You might look at Central Islip now. If you look it up, there might be something there might be something different at that time. It's a little different now when I go to CI. Of course it's different. Everything changes when it gets different. So when I was there, we were living in a house. Everything was good. We had the most stereotypical family, and it's supposed to be the stereotypical what is it, stereotypical I guess the best family, home family. You had the father, the mother, the son, the daughter, and the dog. Legit. Like we had it. That was like the bare basics right there. Like you couldn't look at my family, and we had the backyard with the yard and a pool that never got installed. It was supposed to be installed. My dad would always say, next summer we'll get the pool. Next summer we'll get the pool. Never got that fucking pool. My house would have been like the best house ever if we would have got the pool. I'll say her name later. I'm in the middle. I'm in the middle right now. I'm trying to set up the ambiance right now. Okay? Can you give me a second? Turning your shit green doesn't give you priority. Okay? Okay, son. All right. I'm setting the ambiance right now. Okay? All right. Shit. You gonna look her up on Facebook? You wanna know her name? All right. So basically, that's where we lived, and we had a dog. We had everything, man. I was in high school. That's close to a pool. Everyone had that hose, that fucking hose, the sprinkler. Remember the sprinklers? Okay, I'm getting off track. So I was in high school. I was about a sophomore, and everyone's gonna say bad about him. I'm just kidding. I think I was a sophomore or a junior. I can't. It's almost it's so blurry. As years go on, it gets really blurry. How actually old I was. I think I was 15. So I'm 24 now. So it's almost coming on 10 years. Or actually, it would be about 10 years in a couple days. Because I was about 15. So it would be 10 years, and then my birthday is going to be in August. So wow. Now that I think about it, that's insane. Let's see. So her name was Monique. My mom's name was Monique. Monique Thompson Bryant. As you guys know, my actual real name is, my last name actually is Bryant. That is real. It's not like a thing. Anyone can actually search me up on you and like Facebook. You'll find me in 2 seconds. It's really not the hardest thing to do. I'll deny your request all day, or I'll put it private. It doesn't really matter. But yeah. So yes, I'm 24. I know, big surprise. So basically, I was a sophomore in high school. My mom always had breast cancer. Always. It was it was something that we always knew growing up. Her sister also had breast cancer as well. Um, so it was, they were always going through so much, things with the chemo, and all the other things they were going through. And um, he I don't know his full middle name. It doesn't matter. I showed it one time on stream. Listen me, search Kash on Facebook. Okay. But what's it called? So we were basically in the middle of school. They were going through that, and there are people that survive cancer. There are people that don't. Now, in order to, you got to do chemo. You got to eat right. You got to do a lot of things. You got to start changing things about yourself when you actually when you that's not even cancer. That's just any disease. You find out you have a disease, and then you have to start start changing things about yourself, and or else it gets too late. My aunt actually was able to beat cancer, which was really good, and that makes it looks like high hopes. It looks like high hopes, for the rest of the family. Like, okay, it's nice. We can, you can, if you can beat it, then we can do it. Well, you don't survive it. What you really say is that you beat it when you go to the doctor, and they'll say that you don't have any more cancer cells on you. That's basically what they'll say. Like, you don't have any more. It can come back. That's probably what D-Rock is probably talking about. You can it can come back, and then you can beat it again. But the earlier you know, the better. The earlier you know, you better. Most people don't know that. If you don't know, like, outside of my story, you might not know about cancer. It's not like something that always pops up in school. That's why I'm giving you guys, an intro into my life and all the stuff that I had to learn. Not everyone knows the same thing, and don't expect anyone to know the same thing. So yeah, that's basically how that works. And so on the time she was getting the chemo and stuff like that. Also, if you guys didn't know, my mom actually used to work in where was it? There are cancer that cure, some aren't, and I'll go into that a little bit later. But my mom actually used to work near 9/11. She was actually there when it happened. That was a really traumatic thing that happened. Really, really traumatic thing that happened. She was actually there when the towers got hit. Now, one of the theories that we came up with, over the years, we came up with these theories, and it was that maybe the smoke from being down there, all that smoke, that maybe it fucked her up a little bit, because after that, there was really I don't think there was any like special treatments or anything like that. But basically, sometime during my sophomore year, my parents were actually gonna get a divorce. And I don't know if anyone else has gone through that. I think Tachi has mentioned something similar to it, or when parents are arguing, not just arguing, love arguments. They were actually going through, they were trying to break up. They even told me at one point that they were actually just trying to, wait until me and my sister had got older. And then once they got older, they were going to split up once we could handle it. And that was just what they were planning to do. And then we got older, I guess. We were at the age where they thought, well, we can understand it, because they weren't happy with each other. So they were in the middle of a divorce, and so that means dad sleep in that basement. You in that basement, motherfucker. You don't come upstairs at night. You stay in that basement, my homie. And that's where my dad was. He was stuck in the basement, and my mom would stay in the room, the master bedroom and stuff like that. And then eventually, I think my mom was going on her trip to Puerto Rico, because you're about to be divorced. You don't want to fucking you don't want to be all shit up and some feeling all crappy about yourself. You want to go out. And my mom was always adventurous. You know how I stay at home? Me and my dad, that's where I get that from. My dad stays home. He's a stay-at-home guy. My mom is mad adventurous. My mom is super adventurous. Super, super, super adventurous. So like she always wanted to go somewhere. When we wanted to do family trips, that was always on her. Always on her. And Smurfs and Firestar, be appreciative, why did I say it like that, of what you have. And different people have different struggles. I'm pretty sure you have different struggles that I might not have had to gone through. That's what happened. So she wanted to go to Puerto Rico. So one night, they're gonna go. The next morning, they were gonna go at like 4 o'clock in the morning or some shit like that. I don't know what it was. And I woke up middle of the night, and I still regret this to a little bit to my day. Not really regret, but sometimes it plagues my mind. I woke up that night, and I didn't know why. I just woke up, and I didn't really know what was going on. And usually when I wake up in the middle of the night like that, I would go upstairs, and I would go upstairs, and I would turn off my parents' TV because they would leave the TV on all the time. And they would always leave the TV on. All the time they would leave the TV on. I would go up there, I would turn the TV off, I would go into like my sister's room, turn the TV off, and then, make sure everything's off or anything like that. And then I would go back in my room. I lived downstairs. They lived upstairs. I always lived downstairs, and that's why I always had the fucking dog, because I was a pussy. And I had the nightlight, and I had the dog. So if anything came in that fucking shit, best believe I was protected, or at least I can see who was gonna kill me, because I had the nightlight and I had the dog. So I woke up in the middle of the night, and I just woke up. I didn't really get what the hell I was doing, and I went back to sleep. I didn't feel like going anywhere. I didn't feel like doing anything. And then I went back to sleep, and I wake up again, but this time it's my sister, and she's like fucking pulling. She's like just pulling, struggling. She's like, Kendall, get up, get up, Kendall, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. And like I'm like, what the fuck? And it's like my sister's like, oh, you'll understand later. You'll understand later. Just get in the car. Just get in the car. And I'm like, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And I see ambulances outside, and I'm like, did we get robbed? I got robbed like 3-4 times living in a house. So I thought, what kind of? I don't remember the name of the dog. What kind of dog? It looked like a damn wolf, if that helps. I wish I had a picture to show you. But so we go in there, and then they let me know eventually that my mom had a stroke. That she had like a stroke. What was it, a stroke? Yeah, it was a stroke. It was a stroke. So basically, sometime during that night, after the time that I had went to sleep, she had a stroke. She fell on the floor, and the only way that they actually found her is that she her friend, like I said, they were going to Puerto Rico. Her friend was knocking on the door, like banging on the door, and then my dad finally, who was downstairs, was at this point we were actually lucky that that happened. So he was downstairs, heard the banging and knocking, like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And then went and opened the door, and then when her friend went upstairs, then she had found her, and then saw her on the floor, I think like throw up and stuff like that, and then they finally got her, rushed her off. Now she had a stroke, and then they realized when they were, obviously when you go to the doctor, they need to take their diagnostics and analytical shit. They need to see everything. They need to know everything that's going on. They found out that she actually had a brain tumor as well. So on top of her regular breast cancer, which she already had, then she also had a brain tumor. Now at that point, they needed to you obviously take care of the tumor. It's not fucking rocket science here. You can't just leave those things kind of chilling around. So they had to take some surgery. So we're sitting there, obviously. My first experience at that point in the hospital, just for someone that I had to sit there, someone that you can't really see them. You're in that that waiting room. This is the shit that you see in movies, that like people would always be like, you're in the waiting room and you're just kind of like sitting there. You're shivering. I'm shivering. I'm tight. I'm angry. I don't know what's going on. I can't do anything. I'm like powerless. And until still to this day, I don't like being like that. I don't like feeling powerless. Oh God, look at that. That's what he did. It's just sad faces. There you go. So where she has a tumor, so they do the operation, and the operation is actually successful. Those are sad faces. He's being respectful. So the operation was actually successful. So she actually survived the tumor. Unfortunately, the side effects of her having the tumor is that she could not speak. So this happened in March. So we look back here, and this is March. So we happen around March, near like I think like the 15th or so, something around this day. Around this area, lower March, that's when it happened. So basically she had to be kept hospitalized after that, and they were looking after her as much as they could. So basically it happens in a month. So when she's doing that, they're trying their hardest to do everything, and they're trying their hardest, to get the tumors gone, but she can't speak, she can't talk. Um, so we would have to visit her in the hospital, and it was just like the worst thing ever. The your woman, my mom's the breadwinner. My mom's the breadwinner. She was the one that was making the most money. So now you have the strongest person in your household. The person that touched me and my dad. I love him to death, but me and my like he I wasn't it wasn't father son at that point. Me and him were more like buddies. I was like his buddy or kind of like that. That's why after my mom passed away, it was so hard for me to look at him like a father, or instead of someone that would just punch me in the stomach if I fucked up. It was different. After she had passed away. So now they were trying to do surgeries, and I know everyone's gonna lose their shit when I actually get through with it. Most people do. So they kept doing the chemo, they kept doing everything. They actually told us um around like the beginning of April that she was actually going to be out of the hospital. That she was gonna go she was gonna be able to come home for a little bit, and we were gonna start taking tests. She just had to take some medicine, she had to do some stuff, and then of course we were like, all right, cool. This is if this is all we have to do, then shit, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it to it. It's not even an issue. It's not a problem. That's what we were looking for. But then you would see, obviously, that she had another complication popped up, and then when we heard the other complication, they I guess re-diagnosed her and something like that, and they realized that she not only had the breast cancer, the tumor came back, her brain tumor came back. They realized that her cancer also spread while everything was happening within that month. That she also the cancer also spread to her lungs and her brain. So now she had three cancers. She had breast cancer, lung cancer, and then she had brain cancer, and plus she had that tumor. At that point, that they told us about on the Saturday. So obviously, right here it's a Thursday. That it was the 16th, and they told us that day that that we were gonna have like a couple days before she's gonna pass away. Um, that's what we were told. We were told that she was gonna pass away in a couple days, and then the next day we get it, which was, I remember, it was like a Sunday. The very next day, they called us back, and they told us like she's not gonna make it. You guys have like a few hours. Shit. You guys got like a few hours. Oh shit. I did not think I would cry. You guys have like a few hours to go.
It's okay.
And then so we rushed out as quick as we can. Obviously, we were told like the day before that we thought we would have a few days, but then we can only get so many people there at the time. And like I said before, she couldn't really talk. So you just had to look and say your goodbyes. I know a lot of people they weigh that really really like high. If you can say goodbye to someone, it's better than like leaving things unanswered and stuff like that. So yeah. So that day she passed away that day. And then it's been rough ever since. Basically, we lost like I said, my mom made the most money in the household, so when we were trying to recoup, every time someone passes away they have their will and stuff like that. Most of the money that I had went to paying the bills and the mortgage of the house. So I never really saw any of that money. I used it to help pay the house. But anytime that I needed to get anything, my dad would buy me anything, and as you guys know, I don't need much. I don't ask for much. I never usually do. Only if I really really need it. So my dad needed the money more, so we gave him most of the money. And then what the fuck is that word? Renovated. He renovated the old house. Like we used to have a red house, now it's yellow. Like he made it a complete new house. Like MTV cribbed like some of the bathrooms and stuff like that. And then he sold the house. And then when he sold the house, I had gone off to college around that time. Oh no, I was actually in college when he was still trying to sell the house. Then he finally did, and then once he sold the house, I lived with Chico, and I lived with Chico for I think maybe like, well, I was still dorming in college, so I was going back and forth doing that. And then I think once I got out of college, I was living with Chico for maybe I think a year or two. I think Chico could possibly clarify that. So we were, I was like their second son, just kind of living, chilling out. I didn't have a job or anything like that. I lost my job. That's when I was working at Victoria's Secret. I had to quit because I wasn't going to be in the area anymore. And then bam, I was working a little bit, and then Chico's parents had to move. So and then I was like, oh shit, well, where are you guys moving? At the time, I finally had got a job. I was a manager, and then but I was a manager, for someone that lived around here. And I love you too, Chico. So I was a manager for a job out here, so I couldn't leave that job. I was making like 15 an hour. That was like the best, highest paying job I got. I didn't know when you can at stock, and you can work the floor. You can work the floor if you're really good at selling. Obviously they probably feel more comfortable with gayer men out there, but if you really know how to sell, it doesn't matter. If you make women feel comfortable buying lingerie, that's all they care about. I could sell too. The only thing that men aren't allowed to do, is take bra sizes. You're not allowed to measure their breasts, even though you were taught to do it. You weren't allowed to do it. Um, you were not allowed to do it, even though you were taught to do it. I could have once you work at Victoria's Secret for a while, I'm going into another thing. I need to make myself happy, but you were actually able to and trained to be able to tell a woman's bra size or a very close estimate to their bra size as soon as you see them, so you can automatically you know give them point them to the right direction no matter what. Whatever your dream job. Well, I did stock. You just sit in the back. You touch all the bras. You get the dogs barking. Um, just to pretend to be gay. No, you don't have to. You don't have to be gay. You just have to be really good. At selling. All right. So basically, once Chico's parents moved out, I moved here, and I've been living here ever since. And that's basically why I'm here. And while I was living here, I decided to eventually, after a little bit, I decided to start streaming. I started streaming at Chico's house actually, but it was more like I was just fascinated with it. I wanted to see how people did it, and you guys probably never saw it, but I streamed Naruto. I think it was Naruto and UFC on the PlayStation with this most shitty. It was the most shittiest comp thing. I remember Chico remembered it was like 3-4 wires. It was terrible. It was shitty quality. Like it was terrible. It was so bad. And I came from that into what I'm doing now, and I take streaming a lot way more serious now. I mean, it sucks because I really while I was in college, while I'm doing this now, I wish I could have my mom let me know, like, she's proud of me. Most people say your mom's proud of you no matter what, but like the actual, well, that's actually cool. My mom, she passed away when she was 39. So she wasn't that old. It wasn't like a old people get everything kind of thing. Um, so it was, she was 39 when she passed away. And it shocked it. I lost contact with all of my mother's side, just gone. Didn't know where they were. I recently, maybe like almost a year or so ago, got back in contact with them, which helped me out because there was a time where I had lost my job and I needed a loan, and I had found out from my aunt, from my mom's side, that she had taken life insurance out on me, and I had no idea, and it was just sitting there, which was really fortunate. And if you guys don't know, if you have life insurance, you can borrow against it. If you ever go into a bidding or something like that, they just take it out of the total of they take it out of the total of what you would get when you actually die. Because what's the point of paying life insurance if you're struggling then and now? You can actually do that. If you guys didn't know that, that's why most people, they'll try to sell you on life insurance because it's not that bad. Irrelevant. Yeah. So I mean, that's most of the story there. If you guys have any questions, I'll answer any questions. Any type of questions, I'll answer it. I don't think I'll cry again. Usually that doesn't happen. Oh yeah, I could.
It's okay, Buttercup.
Okay, Buttercup.
I
Let me.
got you.
I got you, Buttercup. Let me see. When that's it. That's her. I actually keep this right by my what's it call it? It's always right by me. I take it everywhere I go. And even for a more weirder, I guess, thing is that I have her. I still have her ashes, and I carry it. Not carry it physically, but every time I go somewhere, I have it with me. Either it's in my car. I usually keep it in my car, like a urn in my car, just in case, something. I feel like I always had a fear of driving that I would get into an accident, so I always keep it in my car. Not anywhere like in my house. I would feel like if it's in here, I'll break it. So, what happened to her? She passed away. Yeah, she passed away when I was 15, and the whole story is basically to what's it call it? Yeah, fuck Tatachi. Well, Tachi doesn't know how to talk to people, so it's fine. Yeah, my mom was really funny. She actually whatchamacallit, she was super funny. My dad was funny too. My dad actually wanted to be a comedian at one time. She was so funny. She actually watched cartoons. She would still wake up and watched cartoons, man. Like one of the reasons why I'm not that mad to be, and I say that to myself a lot of times, and I'll say it, I'll be like, I'm like 20 something, and you don't really need to. You don't need to like whatchamacallit. You don't need to grow up as much as people think you do, or what people think is growing up. Like you can still enjoy other things. And I'm gonna kill whoever's hitting me up. Um, Whoever the hell's hitting me up, I'm gonna kill them. Whatchamacallit. No, he's faking it. It's cool because I take care of people's money. That's what you do basically. Um, but yeah. So if you guys don't have any other questions, I guess I'll just end it. Is Yeah, any question, I really don't mind. It doesn't bother me too much. If anyone asks me about it, I usually tell people like straight off the bat. Um, Usually if they ask me or anything like that, because it's a large like thing, like part of my life. Like I haven't had a girlfriend since my mom passed away. I had no, actually that's not true. I had one girlfriend since my mom passed away, and like that's it. I feel like I have a fear of like a fear of like I want my next girlfriend to like take my mom's spot or like fill in that void, and then no girl does that, and then I scare them away because I basically want them to do so much for me, and I cling on too much because I'm missing so much. Um, my relationship with my dad has gotten a lot better. When it first happened, I was a super rebel, dude. Like no, like me and my dad, we butt heads. I remember when we first got into an argument. He like tried to, because he wasn't like a parental figure. He was more. My mom did so much of that. Not my dad. He kind of was like the funny guy. That's why they say most dads go to hell. I love my dad, but dads do stupid shit. Um, they do a lot of stupid shit. So I remember he came home one night, and it was when I used to go to church. I don't think I ever told Chico this either. But we had he came home one night and he was like, "You guys are gonna start doing this, that, and the third. I got this church I just started going to. Y'all going to my church, no matter what. There ain't no arguing about it. Yeah, fuck all this shit." Like that's just he did that one night, and me and my sister was like, "What the fuck is wrong with you? Get out of here with that nonsense." And like I remember my sister ran away. She ran away crying, and then I had like my dad and my dad's calling up my sister's calling up my nana, that's my dad's mom, and like and my sister, they're both calling her, and she's trying to like negotiate it at the same time. And, like it's like the most funniest thing ever. And well, it's not, I wasn't funny at that time because I was sitting there crying, and I actually sat next to my dad that night, and we just talked it out. And then like we actually didn't talk it out, but we were just crying next to each other. And like I looked at him, and I was like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what's going on. And he looked at me. He's like, I don't know what to do either. He doesn't. We didn't know what to do. We lost like a centerpiece to the family, and you don't know what to do. You just lost. Like you just lost. There was even I don't know how much I'll say, but there was one time I even thought about, not like, I guess it is suicide. You really can't think of any other word to really put it. You really lose yourself in it. And I tell anyone that's ever been through a similar situation, it's really not worth it. I couldn't do it just because I couldn't do it, but you think about it. You really do think about it. You want to be with the one that you love, and you want to, you don't want to live anymore, or depending on how bad it hits you. And then there was actually someone recently that just committed suicide. A black woman. She lost her mom. I think it was the same story. Not the same story, but she lost her mom, and she committed suicide, or at least they're calling it suicide now. It might be something different later. Um, yeah. Exactly. You don't want to lose like I think Tachi's very close with his mom actually. Because he lives with his mom. I think his parents are separated. if I'm not mistaken. And that's like his bread and butter. It's not fucked up. It's legit. Fonts 911, thank you for following. It's legit. Like people legitimately would never want that to happen to them. Like you know what, no one, you never would think about it. You never would think about it. Like what would happen if you lost someone so dear and so close to you? What do you do? Long time no see. Sorry for your loss. Hey man, nice to see you around. Holy shit, it's like been years. Not year. Yeah, actually, probably maybe a year or two. It's okay. I mean, it's something that I've been dealing with is long, and it's very good to have a stream family, have my other family that I'm still working things out with. It's very you lose so much of yourself. And you'll never get it back. And instead of trying to get it back, you got to focus on moving forward. Because if you dwell on it too much, you'll just be all fucked up, man. You'll just be all fucked up. Yeah, you guys can share stories, and stuff like that. Like I said, if you guys had any questions or you wanted to say something, like D Rock just said, I am distant from my family as can be. Not trying to sound heartless, but I have no clue how I would react to a death in the family. Yeah, you gotta remember there's people of all different ages in this chat right now. So I hope one day I can relate with someone the way you have today, man. Like real talk, saying how it is. Thank you, Nick. Yeah, I mean it's honestly it's just it's it's a lot, and it's my mom is a peacekeeper at my home. I never want to lose that or it would get ugly around here. Exactly. I haven't heard anything about your sister, Cass. My sister, that might be another story time. I love my sister to death. Basically, she's always been I guess, a Rolling Stone, I guess I could say. Always a troublemaker, and she's, trying to find her way in life, basically. Even, before my mom, even when she was alive, my sister was always struggling to do so much, and that's why I was always the good kid and she was the bad kid. I always felt that I had to be the better kid because she always caused so much hecticness. I was kind of quiet, and that's why I always was playing games and stuff like that. My sister was always like so much attention, like all the time, and I just kind of chill in my room playing these games. Is she single? Maybe, I don't know. She probably is. I don't know. You can go ahead. She lives in New Jersey right now, I think. And so she's getting her stuff together. The Bay sends nudes. If my mom died, my stepdad might kill me. He's the piece. Yeah, some people hold really important roles, and you wouldn't know. It's kind of like playing Jenga, and that's the worst way to analogy life. But if you were to pull something out of someone's life, whether it be like if you were to pull a stream out of my life right now, I don't know what I would do after work. I would feel like I don't know, go play soccer, I don't know, basketball or something. I don't even know what I would do. Maybe I'd be skinnier or something. Who knows? I'd be a different person. Maybe I wouldn't be as happy. I'm really happy when I stream, and I'm happy when I know that I'm going to be streaming. I feel ecstatic. And that's just kind of, you pull something out of someone's life, and it's crazy how it affects you and what it does. And I guess even for the people on YouTube, I guess people can leave their comments and stuff like that. I don't know what you would comment on it. If they have any questions, I'll try my best to look at it. When was the last time you played soccer? I used to play soccer when I was in elementary school, I think. I was like a soccer fanatic. And then I got older and realized that I can only play the goalie. And I was like, fuck this game. I want to run. And then I got fat and I said, fuck this game. I don't want to run. So, yeah. Then I did. So I actually used to be very thin. I wish I can show you guys a picture how thin I actually was at one point before I tore my ACL. When that was a sad time too. But I realized I've been talking for like a long time. I think I started this at like, what did I put? I think I put like 9:17. So it's been a clean 40 minutes or so, and I apologize, but it's not like you can you could just turn off the The emotion train. That sounds so stupid. But I appreciate everyone that's here that listened. My YouTube family, my stream family, my different games family. In 40 minutes, yeah, it is. Longer story time, please. I'll still be around hanging questions. I'm very certain everyone here does not care if you keep talking. Miss Slayer, what's going on? I think I did. I don't think I put it up though. I forgot to put up the ACL story. I think it was called "Got 'em Coach" or something like that. Yeah. What is the best way to help support you to get punished? Be here every day and talk and chat all the time. That is the next step. My sister is actually it's an older sister. She's what am I? I'm 24. She should be 26. And then my birthday comes, and that's the closest I get. And then she's 26 right now. Yeah, if you want to help my stream out, I mean, this is what I want to do. This is what I wish I had my mom around me too. I wish I had her during college, man. Holy shit, I really wish I had her during college, man. College, when you're trying to figure everything out about yourself, I really wish there were so many times I used to walk out. I wish Para was here because Para could validate it too. I would walk out and we would just walk. Me, Para, my dude Kyle, we would walk out into the soccer field and we would just look in the stars and we would just talk about all the deep shit. Legit. Like legit, like when I talk about when I went to college, like it was like a real deep experience. We just went like that's what we would do sometimes. That's why I'm so close to exactly, Mercenaries completely right. I don't you gotta rethink of what your age is. Like I don't know my age until someone asks me, or it's my birthday. I'll be like, oh shit, I'm 25. Okay, whatever, sure. Didn't know. Once you're 21 and you basically you're just waiting for 30 really, and then you say you're 30 and then you're waiting for 40. But that's why I'm really close to Para. Like I'm really close to him because that was a time in my life that I needed so much, and I couldn't go to my older friends because they knew so much. So it looks different. It looks different to them. So I latched on to some newer people that I had just met, and at that time me and Para were like the same. That's why I call him my brother. Chico's like my brother. Fro, you never see him here, but he's like my brother. My most annoyingest brother of any brother. And I know I love him, but sometimes he drives me fucking insane. So yeah, but if you want to help out, and this is gonna I guess be the end of the YouTube video, tell your friends about the stream. I'm doing giveaways, 24-hour streams. I give so much away. I'm broke. I went in the grocery shopping and I got Smurfs and WoW Player, his RP card. Almost got into a car accident today. Thank God I fixed my brakes yesterday, or else I probably would have rammed into a car. Not like I would have been in danger. The other guy most likely, because he tried to turn and I was going straight. I don't think it would have hurt my car that much. But it would have probably did bad, and I would have felt bad about it. But and I'm doing the best I can, and that's how Paragon was made. So I'm doing the best I can here for this stream. This is what I want to do. I want to make this something happen, whether it be Twitch or any other streaming service that I have to go to, whether it's YouTube, and this is what I want to do. This is what I want to say. I want to eventually show my dad, look, this is what I do. I got thousands of people watching me right now. Hey, Dad, go say hi to the camera. And he'll do it, too. He's funny, but, it's hard to say that, it's something until you start getting money off of it, and, business is business. But I would love to, be able to say that I don't think a mom would want anything more from her son to say that, you followed your dream or something that you wanted to do and you're successful at it. I don't think that a parent would want less from their child. I think that's the best I can do. That's why I go hard. Once I figured out this is exactly what I wanted to do, and I feel like this was like my perfect niche, that's why I go hard, and that's why I'm taking that week off, because, I need that time, and that's, once you start realizing stuff, things start to click, and, that's just what it is. So, thank you guys for hanging out, thank you guys for listening. For the funny stuff in the beginning, thank you, Made it light. I cried in the middle to make the goo. I'm fine afterwards. I didn't think I would cry. I actually, okay, I'm really bad at ending story times, but I actually told myself I had this like all in my mind, like legit. I like had it all in my mind. Like I wasn't gonna cry, I wasn't gonna do anything. But yeah, I couldn't. Once I got to that part, because I remembered it, I saw it in my mind. I saw it in my mind, and I don't normally think about that, but I saw it, and I remember going into the doctor's office that day. I remember it. I remember getting that phone call, and I remember it, and it all came back. It all came back that one moment, and I couldn't. And crying, no, it's not the end of my stream. But crying is, it shows that you care. So if you ever feel like crying, cry. I don't give a fuck. Men cry. Don't ever let someone tell you different. Crying is beautiful. It lets people know that what is real. Until you're an actor, and then you can fake crying. And then once you can fake crying, the world is at your shoulders. One day we get them 3K stars, and you look back at it like, damn. I'll be like, yeah, I called it. All right. So, peace out. Peace out, YouTube. I'm still gonna stream because it's what I love to do. Thank you guys for hanging out with me, and then hopefully next year around this time I'll do the same type of story time, and I'll probably have this video as a milestone, before and after. Who knows? A year from now, what can we do? Where would I be? Holy shit, it's been 10 years. Holy shit. Alright. Well, as I like to do in normal standpoints, I like to end my story times by showing something to the stream and ending it here on the channel. Showing something to the stream to end the YouTube video, and it lets me know when to stop the video. So you won't see it on YouTube, because if you want to be here for events like this, when I get deep in that ass, or when I get deep, or when I'm doing an event, you want to find out all about that stuff, stop by my stream, twitch.tv/CashBryant. Currently my stream schedule is 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to about midnight or so. And then, on the weekdays, we do 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time until about midnight or so. And that's subject to change like a motherfucker. But, thank you guys for stopping by. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Watching me cry. GG. G fucking G.